the Minnesota Timberwolves select Anthony Edwards from the University of Georgia.
November 18th was a big day in the NBA as the final draft was held and the 30 teams struggled to draft the best players. While the top 10 drafted players found themselves in top teams, teams in the 20s also landed a number of very good assets for the coming season. There were surprises as expected, but some of the best drafts had already been predicted by experts. In this video, we will be taking a look at the best picks made by different teams while also grading the top 10 players selected in the top 10 NBA draft. Ready? Let's get right into action.
But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter this giveaway. It's really that simple.
Is Anthony Edwards really a good pick? Anthony was scooped up by the Minnesota Timberwolves, a player from Georgia. Anthony was selected as the #1 athlete on the draft, making us wonder how good his game is to occupy that position. Even though it was not a surprising pick, and most of us already expected this to happen, there is still something quite disturbing regarding Anthony Edwards. Now, the thing is that Edwards is no doubt a very good player. In fact, him being #1 is all the information you need to remind you of his abilities. But his future is what has many critics worried. Just before the draft, he had said in an interview that he didn't completely enjoy the game of basketball for a viewer. He even further went on to say that he really wanted to be a rapper. Now, if a player lacks the right motivation before joining a team like the Timberwolves, or even joining the NBA, it could have a dangerous effect on his career. He had also shown some major inconsistencies while he played in Georgia, and there is a huge chance that we might see this repeating itself in the NBA. This is not a new development. He has shown a questionable motive since college, and joining the likes of Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell might not give him the push that we want to see. While some believe that betting on Edward as a wing talent is a sensible move, another group of critics think it is, in fact, a risky bet on a player like him. Well, we will see how he fares in the future. Our grade of this selection is a B. However, this does not take away the natural talent and skill that Edward possesses. He is good with the scoring, and this will surely come in handy on the court. James Wiseman, the perfect pick. Coming right behind in second place, James Wiseman was scooped up by the Golden State Warriors. Standing at 7'1" with a crazy ability to block balls, Wiseman might be one of the best picks of the 2020 draft. Still young, Wiseman could emerge in the Warriors team as a shot blocker, rim runner, and a future building block for the team. He could also be really useful in a team that loves to do a lot of shooting. What makes Wiseman one of the best picks is the fact that he has both long and short-term benefits for the team. The team was wise to have quickly picked after considering that no true star was available. With a team consisting of Steph Curry, we really can't wait for the magic that would happen on the court when the season finally commences. Of course, Wiseman could have ended up being the #1 pick in the draft if he logged a normal college season, but he didn't and was quickly toppled by Anthony Edwards. However, there's a problem with Wiseman, and it is the fact that we really don't know if he can handle competition. He had dropped out of Memphis after he had played only 3 games. These games still went on to show his potential and what he could be if he is playing on the right team. Nevertheless, it wouldn't be shocking if he goes on to become the best player in the draft. This pick is an easy A+ grade for the Golden State Warriors. Is Michael Jordan's pick really the right one? Ever since Michael Jordan became the majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets, he has made it his duty to revamp the team in an entirely revolutionary manner. Even though he has had his fair share of whiffs early in the lottery, he was lucky to get LaMelo Ball in the 2020 draft. Critics and experts have predicted Ball to be the prospect with the most potential in the entire draft, and this is not without cause. While people have continually complained about his poor efficiency numbers, there is no doubt that this is a player with an incredible shooting ability who looks as if he was born ready for the NBA. He also has been touted as a good dribbler with a crazy ability to maneuver through defenders. He could easily be referred to as one of the best playmakers in 2020's draft. The Hornets have 2 strong scorers, but having Ball on the team as a playmaker has the potential to create the perfect attacking trio against any team. With this ability, one thing is certain: Ball's abilities will only get better with time. Michael Jordan has surely hit the jackpot on this one, as this is a solid A- grade for his team. Did the Chicago Bulls make the worst decision of the draft? The selection of Patrick Williams ended up being the first surprise of the night. A product of the state of Florida, Williams appeared to be a worthy decision for the Bulls. Williams was the perfect pick for the team for a number of reasons. He has the size, athleticism, and profile style that almost all teams love. And there's one more thing, his raw talent. While this might sound really cool at first, you might want to have a rethink. Even though Williams is just 19, it might take more than intended before he becomes totally suited for the NBA. The Bulls have made it clear that they are rebuilding their team, which could of course be termed as necessary. But this is a team that should be gunning for a playoff spot next year. However, with a selection of somebody like Williams, it only appears like the team isn't ready to hit the big stage as they are still signing 19-year-olds. While there is no doubt about Williams' ability, it might take a long while before we finally see his full potential in the NBA. Will he prove skeptics wrong? We will have to wait and see. This is a grade C pick in my opinion. Isaac Okoro and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Isaac Okoro is arguably one of the best defenders in the draft, and it is quite evident that he is going to perfectly fit into the Cavaliers team. Okoro isn't a flashy player or a player that immediately grabs the attention of teams when they see him play. He is not even the sort of guy that would grab the headlines for being in the top 5 NBA draft of 2020. However, he is still one of the best picks of the draft. This is because of his defensive skills and his ability as a perimeter defender. He is also capable of defending several positions in the court and also with very sharp instincts, which come in handy in a heated game. But Okoro is not only strong on the defensive side, he also has top-notch strength, a very good slasher with speed, and enough strength. He also cuts to the rim and attacks it with the ball in his hands. But when you look at the selection in relation to the future of Darius Garland and Colin Sexton, it might not be the best move. Some people believe that the team should have gone for other offensive talents like Obi Toppin or Deni Avdija. Still, this does not make it a bad decision at all, and it is a solid B-grade selection. Is the best defensive pick from the Atlanta Hawks? If Wiseman ends up not being the best player in this draft, then Onyeka Okongwu might just end up taking the spot. Okongwu has elite defensive skills, which immediately set him apart. He is a beast both on the block and on the perimeter, showing a fluidity and athleticism only a few players can boast of. The pick is an unarguable A-, and even though Okongwu is still a player with raw talent, he could end up pushing Clint Capela off the Atlanta team. And this is exactly why the selection is not an A+ grade. It was just last year that the team scooped up Clint, and the team really didn't need another big man in the back. Well, the Atlanta Hawks might end up trading one of them in the near future. This, of course, will be the first challenge for Okongwu and the team, fighting to be the one who stays in the team. The gem that is Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin is that guy that everybody loves. Come on, who wouldn't? He is that player who always appears to have everything under control. He is impactful on the defensive and offensive front, and there is no doubt that he is going to take that professionalism to the New York Knicks. But while Obi is a great choice for the team, he is joining a team that does not have a true point guard. He is also 22, and while this might not seem like an issue at the moment, it might end up being one of concern in the future. The lack of a floor general is surely going to hamper the talent of a 22-year-old, but we can only hope the team identifies this hole and fixes it immediately. With that said, this is a C+ grade pick for the New York Knicks. Deni Avdija and the Washington Wizards and Magic. This, of course, one of the best picks in the draft, and even more interesting when you realize that Deni, one of the best playmakers in the draft, is signing for one of last season's best teams in the NBA. Deni is an exceptional playmaker for a player with that size, and it is expected that he will serve as a natural complement to Rui Hachimura in the front court. Also, if John Wall returns to his form, then you can be sure the Washington Wizards will be ready to fill the NBA with magic in the coming season. This pick is a solid A+ grade pick from the Washington Wizards. And with that, we wrap up this video. Thank you for watching.